In 2025, it would be March of 2025. My wife was driving a 2013 Ford Escape. She put a lot of miles on it. She's a realtor, so she has driven it everywhere. Um, my son, who's been an auto mechanic now for 20 years, told her mom, told him, said, "You've got a coolant leak that where it's at, I'm going to have to pull the motor apart just to get to it. It's going to be pretty extensive. And your second transmission is going out now. And you've got rust issues because we didn't realize this when we bought it, but it was a car from the north, had to have been, and it had rust all underneath." And he said, "Now the rust has become an issue. So you've got to get rid of this car. You need another one." And of course, we didn't have a car payment, and now all of a sudden we're faced with the fact that we've got to get a car payment. Because she's driving all the time, I want her to be safe, especially in the Richmond area. I want her to be safe. So we said, okay, we're going to look and see if we can't find a new one. So we called our car salesman, Woody. We've bought cars from him for years. And um, said, "Hey, Woody, we need a car. We can't afford anything at all, but we need a car." So we went out and we looked at several cars, and there was one that caught our eye that uh, it was a 2024 Ford Edge, brand new, had over 5,000 miles. The shop had used it to drive around in once in a while. But the price of them had come way down because 2024 was the last year that they made the model. This was a base model, didn't have any bells and whistles on it. And but it was still more than what we could deal with. And so we came home and we prayed and we prayed, and Lord, we need your help. That was on a Thursday. On a Friday, I said, Dawn, I looked at the app for the dealership, and that car that we were looking at, that Ford Edge, has come down $2,000 more than the 10,000 already had come down. So we called Woody up and set a meeting up for Saturday morning. We went to go look at it and said, we want to look at that Ford Edge again. And by the way, it's come down 2,000. He said, "It has?" I said, "Yeah, it has, according to your app." He pulled up the app and he looked and says, "Oh, it has. Well, good, okay." So he got the paperwork and we started filling everything out. And after he filled everything out, he took it to the business manager to get the approval, and I heard a commotion. Now, let me stop there just a moment. A few weeks or a few days before that, uh, Dawn was going through a very difficult time. She had, she said, "Nathan," says, "Ryan has just gone through court. It didn't go well with this, not like we thought it would. I got to get a car we can't afford. My real estate, it stinks right now. Has God abandoned us?" And I tried to encourage her without being preachy, and said, "Dawn, just let's trust God. He'll work this out. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay." So we're there with the sitting there in his cubicle, and Woody has gone off, and we hear a commotion. And a few minutes later, he comes back and he says, "Boy, somebody's in trouble." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Somebody marked down the wrong car." Let me stop there. I want to take you back 10 years. The Ford Explorer that my wife had bought, that was brand new, that God told her she was going to get for the grandkids. The reason we got it was not because she was making a whole lot of money and we could afford something like that, but somebody had marked it down $10,000 and we bought it. And on that day, Woody said, "Somebody marked down the wrong car and they're in trouble." Now, was that just a ploy? Is that just something he was saying to so we feel like we got a good deal? Well, when my son-in-law was killed in that car, the insurance totaled the car because what they called biohazard. His blood was everywhere inside there from the shotgun wound. And they gave us $6,000 more than we had paid for it 7 months earlier. Now, come back again to March 2025, the end of March. I don't remember the date of March 2015 when she got the Explorer with that same thing. Somebody marked down the wrong vehicle, but it was the end of March. And here it is, the end of March again, and Woody says they marked down the wrong vehicle. And instantly, I remembered 10 years earlier where God had made a promise that we were going to get a Ford Explorer for the kids. And then we discover 7 months later, it was for the kids. It saved their lives. And we got it at a big deal. And here it is now, the same thing. How many times in anybody's life have you ever gone to get a car and they came and said, oh, you get it for this price, but they marked down the wrong car, but you get it anyway? Twice? Almost to the day, 10 years later, I looked at Dawn and says, Dawn, God just winked at us. He is with us.